final day of the Warrnambool Carnival. And day 3 is the centrepiece.
Go hard or go home, we're at the Bull!
It's Grand Annual Day. 150 years of history, navigated over 33 fences in the paddocks of the Bull.
ZM and gold medals. Oh my God, done this before.
How do you underline the master trainers of this race? The great Jim Houlihan won with his first runner in the race in 1985, on the way to 4 victories in total.
And Brigade wins the Grand Annual, a great run.
Kieran Maher has 7, the leading trainer in the race, and now on the hunt for his 3rd in a row. And what about the brave cross-country jockeys?
Bennett Spand on the outside, from villain to hero. Craig Durden wins his 4th. Big Al wins it. Helga Hood wins it by 15 lengths.
And why do we so admire horses whose endurance wills them to succeed?
ZM, gold medals, gold medals.
Because this is the Grand Annual.
Will John and I know for Hay coming through, then Blandford Lad, BT Junior, Bellex 1 still in front of Circle the Sun on the outside. Bellex 1 from Circle the Sun. I know for Hay runs to 3rd, but welcome back, Bellex 1 won it by a length to Circle the Sun. Cross Hill and Vanguard down the outside. Rockstar Ronnie, Police Camp. Is he going to run another second? He can't run Rockstar down. Rockstar is a rockstar. He's a rockstar. Rockstar Ronnie for the tour. The Oasis, he's been here and done it before. Instigator coming at him. Police Camp down the outside. 100 to go. Mighty Oasis just. Instigator's driving the inside. Instigator, he runs Mighty Oasis up the track, but he beat him. A half length. Then followed further back to Bellex 1.
Ages, so a short head after 5,500 metres, Shane Jackson. Ouch!
Yeah, I know, and the Toes Road double once again changed the complexion of the whole race, and when the loose horse took half the field to the left, I think it hindered Bellex 1's chances that he got there too soon. He actually cornered really well, didn't get interfered with, but he got to the front too soon and then got into a dogfight with one of the toughest horses getting around in Count Zero. Count Zero will out-battle anything in a finish, but it was a superb race.
Oh, the jockey cam we have on Aaron Lynch, Tom Foolery, by gee, did he back up? He backed up from yesterday, he won yesterday, and he's been able to run 3rd today, which is absolutely fantastic vision.
Incredible performance to do that, to be able to do that one day after the other into a 5,500 metre race. Yeah, he's a beautiful horse.
Gosh, did it surprise you how well he jumped Count Zero? Because, as you said, he literally did not take part on Tuesday.
It shocked me. He was out the back, nearly pulled up halfway. I thought he was going to pull up halfway up the hill on Tuesday. I know Darrell Horner got reminded of his obligations to take a horse out of a race if they're out of contention, which the stewards want you to do for safety reasons. He got a slap on the wrists, but if he'd have pulled up count 0 Tuesday, he wouldn't have been allowed to run today. He would have had to go back to the trials.
Right.
So it was a great story. I couldn't have him winning today because purely of, like you say, he didn't get warm in a Briley, but I think ridden on pace, made to be known what his obligations are, and it was a different horse today.
You've got a new member of your club, the Grand Annual Club, in Daryl Horner, and it looks like you could tell from how hard he worked to get to that weight and how tight he is with other jockeys, how much it meant to him.
It does. It's the race we all wanted to win, you know, and I made it pretty clear when I won it and I retired. I wouldn't have retired until I won it.
Right.
I would have kept going. It was the one race I had to tick off.
Well, you've got a new member of the club, mate. And great work. Brilliant analysis. We're going to go and get a market. And back to the flat races now, Gabby.
Support for Farrago, Mystery Island and Think and Fly. But Little Mix is your favourite for the Cup. You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on your screen or visit the website.
$300,000 up for grabs for the Sun Gold Milk WRNAMBOOL Cup, the fifth and final feature throughout the 3 days of racing here at the Bull, and I hope you've enjoyed it all. Rolls is the defending champ. We'll see him in a moment, but first, horse number 1 is Cesaro Nash Rawiller, who won the Cup way back in 2003 on Gunnamatta.
He was terrific in the Yarra Valley Cup with 60 kilos, beating a subsequent Stall Cup winner in the process in Too Good for Toorak. He was, I don't think, suited in the Easter Cup, ridden back in the field. The softer track today is a positive, but he does have 60 kilos to contend with.
He's got real race fitness on his side to help him carry that weight. Ben, he's moving well. He's right at the top of his game, and his coat's holding together very nicely.
Horse number 2 is Hopeful. 2 starts ago in the Chairman's at Randwick. He was eyeballing Circle of Fire, who won the Sydney Cup. And what happened at Mornington?
You're not sure. He chased a hot speed and then he got really tired late. It was probably always going to be tough for the horse that had to try and chase the rest of them up to deny knowledge. He looks suited by the softer track today. It is nearly 2 years since the last win, though, and he does rise in weight.
Another one that's race fed. He's having a good look around, nice and alert. Surroundings, even with the red earmuffs on. He's nice and engaged with what he's doing, bright in the eye, moving well.
Johnny Allen's won a couple of cups, Furion and Gallic Chieftain. He draws a wide barrier with Cadre Noir.
Lot to like about this horse. He gets the blinkers on third up following 2 encouraging runs this preparation at distances probably shorter than ideal. The rising distance and dropping class do look ideal. Look, the barrier may be less so, but he's got to be considered one of the leading hopes on his form this preparation.
He's stepping out well. He's quite a robust unit. He carries that little bit of condition even deep into the preparation. His coat's in good order, and another one who's really nice and bright, alert and engaged with the headgear of the blinkers on.
He is a quality mare, but weighted up to a best with 58 kilos. Annabelle Neesham and Blake Shin combined with Little Mix.
Yeah, I think you're right, Richo. She probably has the strongest recent form in the race. Was a nice effort to run second in the Mornington Cup last start. Blake Shin on a big tick. Maps for a soft run tick. Does rise in weight, but the soft ground looks a plus.
Saw her in the yard at Mornington. I think she's come through that really well. Her coat's in terrific order. She's a neat mare. She's maintained a high level of fitness, parading well.
Well, what about the Western Australian form here, with a horse who's runner-up in a Pinjarra Cup and also ran 8th in a Bunbury Cup in No Apology?
Yeah, Western Australian visitor. He is drawn for a nice run. Not sure how that form you mentioned, Richo, will line up. The market was against it, suggesting it might not be good enough. I wasn't exactly sure. Market saying maybe not as strong a form.
More scopy than a few of these, stepping out nicely over the ground, fit, no negatives.
Horse number 7 is Rolls, the defending champ. Hissing Sid, the last to complete the double, back-to-back in 09 and 10. Matty Raymond, Harry Grace again.
Yeah, won on Tuesday. That was the same race that he ran second in 12 months ago and then went on to win the Cup. He carries 2 kilos more this year, but I don't think the race is any stronger. He has got to be one of the leading contenders.
Doubt there could be significant improvement since Tuesday, Richo, but I think there's been some. He's really bright. He's obviously bounced through that run here over the shorter course on Tuesday. He looks terrific.
Shane Jackson, who's done such a great job with us on racing.com. We've loved having him as part of our coverage. He now trains number 8, Mystery Island.
Yeah, this horse was below his best in the Mornington Cup last time out, but if you take the leap of faith and forgive one run, his previous form is very strong for this and puts him right among the contenders. And Warren, we know he's a good-looking horse in the yard, but he hasn't disappointed again.
No, he's a spectacular-looking horse, isn't he? Now, occasionally he can get a bit wound up. Maybe here at his home surroundings he's a bit more comfortable. He's parading really well, looks outstanding.
10 is Farrago. The blinkers go on. Patrick Ryan, who won the race way back in 2008 when he trained Video Star to win.
He's had the hurdle trial since his run in the Terrain Cup. He's suited rising in distance. He's suited on a softer track. He drops in weight and he gets blinkers on for the first time. So there's a lot of positives in the form guide. I'm interested in Warren's comments, though.
He's a horse who can get warm at times in the yard. It's not an absolute negative for him, but he's a bit more worked up than normal today. He's having a decent sweat both around the neck and behind, and he's a little bit tense with the application of blinkers. You'd just prefer to see him a bit more chilled.
11 is Think and Fly. David Noonan's the trainer. Teo Nugent takes the ride, and I can imagine, Ben, I reckon Nick and Trav have given Teo the right instructions.
Well, this horse looked unlucky not to win last start at Mornington when he finished off really strongly. That was behind Aaron Bay, who's in terrific form. The rise in distance looks a real positive off that Moonee Valley win 3 starts ago. If you can forget the Pakenham Cup, which was easily forgivable, he's a horse that's just in terrific form for the new stable. Got his work cut out from the barrier potentially, but that aside, there's a lot of positives. He's the one I think's way over the odds at the current prices.
Deep into the campaign and doing really well with the relatively new stable, been maintained in great condition between runs. He's just stayed as good as he's been for the last couple. Doubt there's significant improvement, but he hasn't gone backwards.
12, Glitter and Gold. Tom Madden draws a wide barrier for Lindsay Smith, who won the Cup in the COVID year of 2020 with Too Close to the Sun.
Yeah, she's racing really well. She is a mare that can often exceed market expectations. Might have to end up a long way back from the draw, and it has been a tough day to come round them from the back.
She's fitting well, though there's no negatives with her. Relaxed. She generally parades in good order. No different today.
Can Linda Meach add a Warrnambool Cup to her CV with Bold Bourbon?
Well, he rises sharply in class and in distance. He drops in weight, though, should get a soft run. I'd prefer to see him in this class of race at this trip today, but it wouldn't shock if he runs it out, then he could be in the mix.
Looks really healthy in the coat, a solid unit. He's really alert and engaged, so I think he's ready to produce a pretty close to peak performance at this stage, third up.
Dean Yendall won the Cup on Master of Arts in 2016. Win O'Clock, his third run for the campaign. He's warming up. Matty Williams, the trainer.
Yeah, the Hamilton Cup winner. He's suited rising in distance today. He should be fitter third up. But look, it is a much stronger race, and I think he's going to need to go to a new level.
Neat style of horse, very fit. Again, getting a fraction warm in places, but not really working hard than himself, but very fit. Just a neat style of horse rather than imposing style.
What about his stablemate, Mirok Ali?
She's in great form. She was scratched from a weaker race on Tuesday. I think she might have just about won had she run, and to run in the Cup. She was very good last start when she went for home early, was rolling along at a good speed and was just run down by Samuel Langhorne. Well, he's gone and won again in a stronger race at Flemington. It's a tougher task today, but she's down in weight, she's fit, she's in form, and she'll roll on speed.
She's terrifically healthy in the coat. She's been maintained exceptionally well through the preparation. There's some dapples there on her hindquarters, so I think she presents at her best.
Corey Parrish getting a ride here on the emergency. Nordic Pride, 17.
Yeah, struggled in a weaker race at Bendigo last time out, but there's a real positive for this horse, and it's the softer track. Does do his best work when he gets that sting out of the track and can get some wet ground. Look, that best form, though, as much as he does love wet ground, it's been in weaker races than a Warrnambool Cup.
Yeah, despite perhaps the form rise, Ben, he presents in very good order. He's fit, healthy in the coat, no negatives the way he's moving around.
Second run for the carnival for Ruljo. Decides to back up. A Will Price for Lindsay Smith.
Yeah, just peaked late with the bias against him on Tuesday, but there was some merit to the performance. Drops sharply in weight, should be fitter on the quick backup, but does rise sharply in class. But could be one with the added fitness benefit and the big drop in weight that could run a big race.
Come through that race well earlier in the week, nice and bright, not showing any signs of any negative impact of that. Nice and fit, as you can see, just coat's really glowing there in the afternoon sun. Good parade.
All right, Benny boy, your best bets delivered, your values been in the mix. What about the Cup? Can you deliver that?
Yeah, I was with Rolls this morning, Rich. I thought at the each way price this morning he was really backable, looking at $9 or $10, and I'm not surprised the market's come for him. Little Mix has got the strongest recent form, drawn for a soft run. B Shin on board. The one that I think's the wrong price currently, around that $12 or $13 mark, and backable on an each way basis. If you're looking for something at a bigger price, could be Think and Fly. He was really good. He's flying for the new stable. And Cadre du Noir, I like what he's doing this preparation. He's right in the mix. And if you're playing the multiples, those are the 4 for me.
Look good with the blinkers on, number 3, Cadre Noir also, but horse that backed up. I thought Rolls has come through that run on Tuesday, and although not significantly, I think he has improved, and I think that was a great parade. He's obviously shown the stables the signs that he was ready to back up again as he did last year, and he was the pick of the yard for me, number 7, Rolls.
This is really tough in the way of betting, and the market is reflecting that. Little Mix and Rolls, there's absolutely nothing between them in the way of a bet count. Rolls is going to be the best backed runner here. The other one they don't mind is the 10 Farrago into $6.50. Also, Think and Fly and Bold Bourbon have both had some support there. So a really open affair. You're getting $4.40 the field. You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on your screen or visit the website.
You're just showing off now, Shane Jackson. You've been brilliant with the microphone, giving us unbelievable insight. Now you're going to hopefully train the winner of the Cup. That'd be some thrill, mate.
Yeah, it surely would. Look, we're hopeful. This track's not ideal. This horse doesn't go on heavy conditions. He likes a good track, but it's not heavy conditions. It's a soft 6, but it's just the way it's chewing up a bit. But we're drawing 1. The rail does seem to be favourable in the past couple of days, so we'll be positive we can from the gates. He can sometimes be a bit tardy away, but Harry knows him that well now that he'll get a man up with him, and hopefully he doesn't miss the kick. But look, the horse in great order, and if he can handle the conditions, he'll run a big race.
Yeah. So how many do you actually have under your own name, as opposed to obviously working with Lindsay?
Just a handful. I have this fella, had another 2-year-old there belonging to Jerry Ryan. So yeah, we just keep a couple like that.
You're available for more, though, aren't you?
I think we've enough. Any staff to come with them would be greatly appreciated.
Fair enough. Lovely to meet you, Shane. You've got a promising future.
What a legend. Wouldn't that be a great story if Shane Jackson could salute here with Mystery Island was?
Well, we know how hungry those jumps jockeys and ex-jumps jockeys can be. I think we're just going to have to reiterate to Jacko that he doesn't include that interview on his invoice for his services for the carnival.
He's been a great acquisition too. His insight into the jumps has been absolutely brilliant right throughout these 3 days, boys.
Isn't he a man for all seasons? He's on the coverage. He can do his great work for the Lindsay Smith stable, and they've got a feature winner with Tuvalu. He's managed to get you and Richo on the back of a horse, and now he's doing interviews in front of the camera, trying to prepare a WARRNAMBOOL Cup winner. Let's hear as well from Annabelle Neesham, who's made her way back down to the bull.
Welcome to the bull, Annabelle. When did you arrive?
This morning.
You've been to the bull before in another former life, haven't you?
Yeah, I used to come religiously every year when I worked for Kieran Ma. But first time I've ever had a runner in my own name. So, really excited to be here. 2
live chances in the Cup. Hopeful when you look at that Circle of Fire form, he'd be really competitive. He can, recapture that.
Yeah, he's a horse that just needs genuine rain-affected ground. So, look, I'm hoping looks to me like a track they're either handling or they're not. So if he can handle the track, he's got the right credentials. As you said, his second to Circle of Fire, 2 runs back, was very good. And then he was a little bit disappointing at Mornington, but probably just struggled he was carting the field up to that tearaway leader and probably didn't really suit him. But maybe a bit more speed in today's race, or not a tearaway runner, hopefully, but hopefully he can just get a nice run on speed, and if he can handle that track conditions, he's definitely a winning hope.
What about the mare, Little Mix, who is the class in the race, but she's got a lump of weight for a mare?
Yeah, she does, but she's really tough and genuine. She's never really ran a bad race. She's been really unlucky with the barriers in Sydney, but she's got really good form as well, and thought her run in the Mornington Cup puts her right in this.
Okay. Great to see you, mate. Great to have you at the bull. Are you staying or are you disappearing straight away?
Disappearing straight away, but might get you to come and do a bit of track work at Pakenham in the morning after seeing your riding skills this morning.
Thank you very much. You can compare him to Matthew Stewart. What do you think of Matt?
Ooh.
Yeah, well said. I'll mute the mic. Good on you, mate. Well done.
Come on, Annabelle. I cannot believe you've sided with Richo. This is a Sydney side of thing, just sticking together. And Annabelle Neesham, a former ambassador here at the May Racing Carnival a few years back now, but she is an absolute lovely person and a great human being.
Well, if ever she's going to do another Mongolian derby, I think she's going to select Richo as her partner rather than you, Matty.
Look, I think she might be even going a little wider than that. But this is going to be a fantastic edition of the Cup. There is good speed from inside to out too, Warren. I'm interested to see how this one's going to work out. Does someone chance their arm and try and get really wide? There's only 2 races to go in the carnival, but you've got Hopeful, Cesuro, My Rock Ali, Cadre du Noir. Plenty of speed. Let's see how this one works out.
Well, in years gone by, it was like the Clappers who'd be late in the carnival coming down the outside. Are we going to see a like the Clappers between now and the end of race 10?
Well, you reckon the lucky last, there might be one storming in that. Remember that famous scene? I think
Tom Davening's horse
was it? And I reckon, was it Huey Bowman or was it someone? And they literally went to the outside rail, and we saw one spectator who was just having a great day pop their head out at one stage and suddenly had to duck back out because the horse was coming their way. That might happen late in the day.
Could well do late in the day. I can't remember that horse's name, but it was trained by Tom Davening, won the last of the carnival a couple of years ago.
Might have been Launchpad.
Yes, it was.
It was Launchpad.
Have a look at the list, the honour roll too. Rolls, of course, won the race last year. Wichita Star in 2022. La Don de V in 2021. Too Close to the Sun for Uncle Len's in 2020. And Furion in 2019.
And I'm still staggered by you saying that Annabelle's got Sydney bias for me. I'm from Malvern in Melbourne and she's from Oxford in England.
Mate,
what's Sydney got to do with it?
Half the time up in Sydney, you and Bruce, living the life up there, mate.
Listen to you. It is the Sun Gold Milk Warrnambool Cup listed race, 23.50. Rick McIntosh in the past has been the ultimate team player and said to Adam Crittenden, you know what, you call the cup, but Rick, welcome to the cup, mate.
Yes, quite a few back in the day, Too Close to Sun in the COVID year, and the vroom, vroom, vroom of backs Richo, but good to be back at the mic. They're coming in here. 440 Little Mixes race favourite. 550 Rolls trying to go back to back. It's something that gets done too often. 650 for Argo. And a recent hurdle school to fit him out for the Cup. He's about to move up into line. Think and Fly has been spec'd in the market. 13 into 10 comes in. Not too many more. Rolls, Nordic Pride, and Cadre Noir's got to go to the outside gate. 23.50 for the Sun Gold Milk Warrnambool Cup. They really are iconic company and sponsors of the Western District. Sponsor the Terang Camperdown Cups and have had their name on the Warrnambool Cup for a long, long time. Sun Gold Milk. In goes Nordic Pride, who's come all the way from Wangaratta to be a participant. Cadre Noir to go to the outside gate for Group 1, Johnny. Field is set at the top of the straight now. Field of 15. 2024 Sun Gold Warrnambool Cup is on its way. Hard to pick an early leader. Bold Bourbon, Hopeful out okay. Now My Rock Ali from the deep is trying to get around Cesuro. Rolls trying to push into a spot. Very wide. Think and Fly is going forward in the race. And he's going around Rudger and then Winner Clock. Cadre Noir got left pretty deep, so he's coming back to try and sneak in. Nordic Pride now in front of him. So is Bold Bourbon hunting the fence, followed by No Apology. Hopeful took a sit and is going to be back beyond centre field now. Mystery Island from the inside gate was just behind him on the rails as they travel over the crossing to the back. Then Cadre Noir, who did slot in. Little Mix a long way back from Nordic Pride for Farrago. And about 4 or 5 lengths away, Glitter and Gold is not in touch in the Rosemont Red. My Rock Ali, one of the locals, found the top going into the back from another one in Rudger. Then followed Think and Fly, who's 3 deep on the track. Around Bold Bourbon and Cesuro, 5th in the middle. A length away to the Western Australian visitor, No Apology, is on the rails and 3 deep with cover Winner Clock. Rolls last year's winner is back in the middle and then followed by Nordic Pride in the 3 wide lane. Over against the fence, Mystery Island, and then Hopeful in the gold, followed out deeper by Farrago. Then further back to Cadre Noir. Not only did he get in, he's gone to the inside on it. And he's third last in front of Glitter and Gold, who's tacked on to be on the outside of the favourite Little Mix, who's second last the rails. The Cup Field Thunder down the back. My Rock Ali isn't looking for a cheap section. Led Think and Fly working hard. Then Bold Bourbon followed by Cesuro. Mystery Island. No one wanted to hunt the fence. It does. No Apology came off. Nordic Pride around. Rolls going okay, looking for a bit more room. Then Farrago, Cadre Noir saved a lot of ground. Winner Clock will run last, passed by Glitter and Gold, and then followed further back in the race then to Little Mix, who's hunting the inside as well with Hopeful on the turn for home here. My Rock Ali is the lead in the cup field. A merry dance up towards the turn. Mystery Island's peeled around it though and claimed the lead at the top of the straight. Into the clear came No Apology with Bold Bourbon. Farrago's running on. So is Glitter and Gold. Mystery Island with 200 metres to go has got the cup won from Farrago. Glitter and Gold charging on now as No Apology into a place, but Mystery Island for Harry Coffey bolts it in by 4 lengths. Second, No Apology. Little Mix came from the clouds on the fence late. Got third in front of Farrago and Glitter and Gold. Then Hopeful. Next in the race then was Bold Bourbon in company with Cadre Noir. Then Nordic Pride. Rolls the back-to-back was too much today from My Rock Ali. Winner Clock, in fact, didn't run last. He beat a couple to the post, Rudya and Suzuro.
You absolute beauty. Shane Jackson is a Warrnambool Cup winning trainer, and he's right alongside me with his magnificent family. Lauren and the boys, well, congratulations, mate. Describe that incredible moment.
Oh, yeah, that's unbelievable, Richo. What a horse. I said before, he deserved to win a good race. I was very nervous with the ground, but Harry gave him a beautiful ride. Snuck up the fence when others were trying to get off, and he brained him. That was super, really was. But look, none of this would be possible without the Lindsay Smith team. Lindsay himself handed me this horse to have in my own name. The owners, Colleen, Kevin Banford, are overseas at the minute, Jerry Ryan, to train a horse in these colours. For connections like that, I'm a very privileged person.
Yeah, they've been carried to glory in the Melbourne Cup. If you don't mind, can you tell me, entering that straight, did you think, oh my Lord, you started to look around and go, surely we win?
Well, I went to Early Crow in Mooney Valley one night. I said we're home at the 100, and I got ran over late, and I just had that worry about the gluey ground, but he was too good.
Oh, where's Lauren? Over with Stu. Come over here. Go. You stay there. You stay there, Matty.
Honestly, I think this is a great story. They're a great family, a great racing family. They put so much into it, Loz. What does this mean to win a Warrnambool Cup? Fair dinkum.
This is unbelievable. We've had some of our best days at this carnival. But Shane, Lindsay, the whole team, I just can't believe it. I love this little horse, and I kept saying he can win a Warrnambool Cup. He can do it. But to do it like that, unbelievable.
And what about how proud? We know what Jacko's done in the saddle, but now he's going to forge a career and to win a feature here on his home deck. Yeah. This is what dreams are made of, Loz.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. This town has been so good to us. I can't explain how I'm feeling. I thought Grand Daniel was good, but this is something else.
Hey, Loz, and guess what? He's even built the man cave out in the shed, and all the boys have been talking about all week. It's going to be game on at Jacko's place after the Whalers tonight. I reckon it's going to be there for about a week.
We'll apologise to the neighbours now. There'll be a few noise complaints for the next week, I'd say, because we won't stop for a while.
Hey, what about the kids too? They absolutely love this. They're horse passionate people, aren't they? They love coming and being part of the day, and to share this special moment with them is unbelievable, isn't it?
Unbelievable. We're very lucky. We have 3 great boys. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi.
We'll claim you now.
But yeah, we call the horse Aussie, so that's Bobby's chant.
Oh, and I tell you what, it was an amazing race, mate, and well done to you, well done to the whole family. Richo, Fairningham, it doesn't get much bigger and better than that. Our man, Shane Jackson, and his good mate, Harry Coffey, combining to take out the 2024 Warrnambool Cup.
It's absolutely brilliant, and Jacko's going to make his way out and lead the horse in. And we're biased, Benny Ascari. We're biased because we get to work with him. We know what such a great man he is, and his family are just brilliant people. This is a really special moment. He's put down the microphone. He's ridden a Grand Annual, and somehow he's trained the winner of a Warrnambool Cup. It's incredible.
Yeah, it sure is, Richo, and you're just thrilled because we know how good a family the Jacksons are, and absolutely wrapped for them, terrific people. And this horse, from a form perspective, you had to take a leap of faith. And I know Shane said he was worried with whether he was going to handle the track. One run in the Mornington Cup where things didn't work out for him. It was a strange race. They were chasing from a long way out, but If you did that, he was outstanding, Warren, in a Pakenham Cup. He was very good at the Valley prior to that in a Tawny Night Cup. We know he had the quality. It was just whether he was going to handle a choppy soft ground and handle it. Gee, he went better than anything.
That's the relevant point, Ben. I mean, the starting point is to have sufficient talent to be able to win the race you're competing in, and he's got that.
Hey, Joe. Well, I tell you what, we've got the two loosest boys on track here, and they are going to be absolutely partying tonight. They're great mates with Shane Jackson, and I'm speaking to Tommy Ryan and Darren Ryan. Boys, honestly, how good is this?
Unbelievable.
Brilliant.
Right, Harry! It's unbelievable. Fair play to Jacko. He said he had him right for today, and he was right. Good on him.
Amazing. Darren,
10 to 1.
But, mate, seriously, you know how hard that Jacko's worked, on and off the track, and he's a great people.
He's always giving out.
He does, but he shares everything, doesn't he? He's just a welcoming person. And
he's there for everyone, always there for everyone, and today is his day. It's fucking brilliant. It's the minus the hip.
That's just gone to Ireland, mate. But feeding him the man cave's been done too. I'm a little bit concerned.
We're ready.
What's on for the next week, you two?
I tell you, you won't sleep until Tuesday.
Tomorrow's out, and Saturday is probably a dodge at this stage.
You must be so proud, boys.
Absolutely unreal.
Yeah, fair play.
Unreal. This is the icing now. Do you know what I mean? We didn't win the annual, but this is not bad at all. This will do us.
Good on you, boys. Great stuff. Amazing scenes, Richo, to be honest, mate. And I can't wait for this interview because there's going to be plenty of emotion here from a bloke that's just in super nick at the moment in Harry Coffey.
Oh, what a jet. What a jet he is. Great interview, Matty. Subtitles will be on that as well. Great stuff, H. What a win. Absolutely bolts it, and to do it for Jacko. Describe it to me, mate.
Yeah, he pissed up, didn't he? Wowee. Great result. I've been riding the horse all prep in some really strong races, and he's been flying, and every time I get on him, the horse fills you with confidence. He feels great going to the start. He looks amazing, and not only Shane, but Lindsay and his whole team have done a massive job, and very rewarding that the stable can win the Wangoom and the Cup. So amazing feat, and he didn't just win, as I said, he pissed in.
Yeah, and you drew that inside barrier. Just describe the taxi. What were you thinking? Because other jocks were keen to get out wide. What were you thinking?
I've been confused all week with what the track's doing. I don't know what's going on. So, it's buggered everywhere, and I just thought if I can just get my fella to travel and be confident for as long as he can, we might have something left at the end. And yeah, that he did. He knew where he was. He was on his home track and he let rip. So, as I said, great performance from Shane, Lindsay, the team, and how special is it to have Jacko and the kids and his wife here. It's amazing. I love riding winners for good people, especially when there's all the family involved, and how awesome they've won their hometown cup.
Yeah, well, you know that better than anyone, mate. That's what racing's about, isn't it? About families.
Yeah, and I love winning a country cup. I haven't won a Swan Hill yet, so that's really starting to annoy me. But again, I love riding winners for families that are involved in racing, because I'm from that sort of scenario with my dad training and battling away. So look, I love riding winners for people like us, and my dad and Lindsay are quite good mates. He comes and stays with us in Swan Hill, and I know Jacko from back in the Weary days. So there's connections everywhere, and when you have moments like this to share, it's bloody awesome.
Mate, you're a little legend, mate. Well done.
Thanks, Richo.
Summed it up beautifully well there, Richo. What a great interview with a champion fella in Harry Coffey, and I just loved what he's doing at the moment. He is going sensationally well. And Shane Jackson, Mystery Island, wins the 2024 Warrnambool Cup. It has been an amazing day 3, so many stories. And guess what? We've still got one to go here from the Bull. 29 down, one to go in what's been a magnificent 3 days of racing.
30 races over 3 days at Warrnambool, and racing.com. Every angle will be covered.
How can you not be pumped for 3 days of racing here at the Bull, mate?
Over 100 years we've been coming to this incredible place, and it's going to be unbelievable.
The carnival's underway. They leap the first flight. It's a Kieran Maher winner at the Bull. Here goes Alakar for the unbelievable maiden hurdle. This has been 2-3 years in the making for Bazzini. He was born for this. He races to the lead, and Bazzini.
A big win to Simon Wild and Aaron Carew. The crowd lifted. The first of the features for the 2024 Warrnambool May Carnival, and it is the Briley Steeplechase.
Seriously, how bloody good is the Bull? Stern Idol, the last of 19 coming up in the Briley. He cleared it well. He's over. Stern Idol has to fight. Instigator. Stern Idol. Stern Idol fights. Instigator. Stern Idol. The big boys fighting like a lion. Stern Idol all the way.
They all tried to beat him and he was too good.
That was phenomenal. As Dex said, it was like the Cox Plate of jumps racing. The pressure was on right from the start. Beautiful to watch.
He's just an amazing horse. He's the best I've ever ridden, and today truly shows that.
Romantic Choice is in front of Sasquala. It's a local Quinella. Romantic Choice keeps going. Romantic Choice is your choice.
Jordan Weatherly, she claims 3. She's a Warrnambool Carnival winner. How was that?
Oh, it was unbelievable. I don't know who was roaring louder, the crowd or me.
Savar, the local hope, trying to rewrite the history books. Wonder jump now in the novice. Savar's over first. Has he got enough fitness? It's back to Christmas 2021. Tom Fury drove to the lead. Savar's going to be a brave run, but Tom Fury for the novice. T3 Ladder's coming hard. The post is too, but home goes T3. T3 Lad hit the lead, raced away.
The second of our Warrnambool May features, the Sovereign Resort Galleywood Hurdle.
And they're away. Here's the second last. Babolat only 3 parts in front. Babolat's gasping. The outside coming after them. Chains of Honour. Chains of Honour the leader. He's all out. Port Guillaume's coming through. Chains of Honour just in front of Port Guillaume. He'll see it out and hear it again. Chains of Honour for the Galleywood.
Did you expect that today?
I didn't, to be honest. Phenomenal effort from the deck and the Ballarat team, and how good from our man.
Luca, describe that feeling, mate.
It's unbelievable, and you can't describe him. This feeling is amazing.
Well done.
The first feature for the flat runners, the time-honoured Wangoom handicap.
Tuvalu with all the weight on his back, corners in front. The top weight keeps going for Miss Our Time, and the group winner wins the Wangoom.
Lindsay Smith gets a big feature. He gets the Wangoom.
It's a race that I've tried since the day I walked in here and it hasn't worked. You throw enough darts that one day it turns your way, but just a great effort.
Here comes Jabberwockies, Pythagoras Jabberwockies!
The Hayes boys have got 3 for the carnival.
What a win. Like, it was incredible. Heaps of happy owners and big thrill. It was huge.
This is Cup Day, Grand Annual Day, call it what you like. It's the big day at the Bull.
This is the big one. This is the race that defines the carnival. This is the Grand Annual.
Let the marathon begin. They jump the one at Ilford Road and start the trek up the hill again. They come to the Elgar Hood. Over it they fly now. 6th to jump in the Grand Annual as they come towards the last. Here's Tom Fury on the day's back up emerging. Count 0. He's coming back at Bellex 1. Bellex 1. He won't go to the lead. Count 0 fights. Bellex 1. Count 0. I don't know.
Oh, we got a photo finish for an epic Grand Annual, a stirring contest. Count 0 has won the Grand Annual.
This win just isn't for me, it's for my whole family. My mother, father, they put us all through Pony Club. You know, we weren't very well off growing up, but we always had ponies, and Dad always managed to get us riding, and he taught us all how to ride. Yeah, so this win isn't for me, it's for my mum, my dad, my 2 brothers, and my whole support crew.
$300,000 up for grabs for the Sun Gold Milk Warrnambool Cup.
Be positive where you can from the gates. You can sometimes be a bit tardy away, but Harry knows him that well now that he'll get a man up with him and hopefully he doesn't miss the kick.
2024 Sungold Warrnambool Cup is on its way. Mystery Island's peeled around it though and claimed the lead at the top of the straight. But Mystery Island for Harry Coffey bolts it in.
Oh, so many highlights throughout this incredible 3 days of racing. It's just a thrill to be here each and every year, Ben, and maybe that little highlight right at the end was the biggest.
It could well have been the most dominant victory. What a performance it was, and so good to see for Harry Coffey and Shane Jackson. The Grand Annual was spectacular. I'm always marvelling when you get a finish like that at the end of that sort of distance.
Yeah.
Is how tough these horses were. You know what my personal favourite was? The class that Tuvalu was able to show in the Wongoon,
brilliant.
you know, like to against that sort of field to carry that weight and be able to, you know, yes, he was in the best part of the track, but that was a great performance. Galleywood spectacular. And look, it's out of the Wongoon or the Briley, because Tuesday seems like a long time ago now, Richo, but the Briley probably would just about shade them all.
Oh, fantastic. So many highlights. Hope you've enjoyed them all. We come down to the lucky last trainer's point of view. We've got a tie at the top at the moment with Simon Wilde and also with Kieran Maher, both there with 4 wins. So it comes down to the last. Simon Wilde has Spare Coin and also She's Tenacious, and Kieran Maher has Skiing.
Both strong chances. Matty Williams might be trying to upset the apple cart as well with the favourite in Rose of Shalar, and it's quite an open contest to finish the day.
And Luke Curry is leading with the jockeys on 3 wins, with a host of other jockeys on 2 wins, so that'll come right down to the wire as well. So should be a beauty. The lucky last benchmark 64 handicap. That's over 1,300 metres. Oh, a carnival we will never, ever forget. The Warrnambool May Carnival sadly comes to a close. We've got so much to celebrate, and I'll start by saying a huge congratulations to Rick McIntosh, who's called all the action with support of Adam Olzanski today. But some wonderful, wonderful calls. This is just part of what is a massive team behind the scenes, and we love every one of them. Hey, Woz, a quick one. Your highlight from this amazing carnival?
I think we set a very high benchmark with the Briley on Tuesday. I think we've seen a great Grand Annual. We've seen Shane Jackson. We've seen other highlights, but I think the benchmark was set with the Briley.
My personal highlight was watching you win the Warrnambool Cup, mate. Can you put it into words now?
I probably will this time next week, I'd say. No, it was unbelievable. Everyone knows how much I love this place, love the race course, but to win a Warrnambool Cup, I didn't really dream of it. You know, I might have been a bit down the track, but this horse deserved it. You know, he's been running great, and it was unbelievable.
Well, Matty Stewart's made that much money this week. He said, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get a little horse and we're going to get Jacko to train it. We're going to get it ready for next year. So that's your task, Matty. Of all the highlights, mate, what have you got?
Do you know what? This man winning the Warrnambool Cup was huge, but I thought Count Zero winning the Grand Annual, a huge training performance from Simon Wilde to back the horse up from Tuesday. And a shout out to Ivor Edwards in the ownership. Him and Simon's mum, Karen, met each other in a hospital bed, in the hospital bed next to each other.
Wow.
Both suffering from myeloma. That is a wonderful story in itself. So well done. I know there was plenty of tears today, so good on them.
Kate Watts, you've been superb, mate, all week. We've loved having you part of it. A particular highlight?
I might take 3. We'll go, no. Safe, clean jumping, some of the best that we've seen to be able to get through. Almost record crowds. We're waiting for a final figure, but it sounds like it's just going over thousands. And we had Braden Small. Biggie told us just over a year ago when he was going to have his surgery for a brain tumour that this was where he wanted to be. And the fact that he came, it was just incredible.
Oh, and so close to having a win. Ben, beautiful work this week, mate. Tipping up the storm. Highlight.
Oh, it's hard to go past Jacko winning, but that's selfish from us because we love him. But Jacko aside, I'd love to see Tuvalu get the result. Yeah. Such a good horse, a Group 1 winner, and for Lindsay Smith to target the Wongoon on his home track with, to see him back to something like his best. Brave ride from the jockey as well, and.
You got the $10 probably too, I'm sure.
A little bit under.
But he got it in. It was absolutely brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed our coverage, and I hope you look back and think, gee, I tell you what, Racing.com loves this coverage. We invest a lot of time and effort, heaps of cameras, the best cameramen in the business, the guys behind the scenes. It starts from the top. Put a lot of time and effort to make sure that you can enjoy every aspect of what is a great carnival. The envy of all, we're going to go and celebrate. I hope you enjoyed it all. Look forward to your company. Hey, next year, make sure you come to the Bull.
trying to get off the canvas. Is count 0. He's coming back at Bellick's 1. Bellick's 1. He won't go